What's up, YouTube? Simply Alex over here.
And simply Roman over here, just a voice in the wind.
Welcome to my deck profile. That's why I have the face cam.
And he's doing heroes.
Yeah, so heroes again. This is Jaden pack
2.
Duelist pack 1 and 2 kind of combined into a deck.
1 and 3 is the Duelist pack, but yeah. Okay. Jaden 1 and 2 though. Combined.
Yeah, so Jaden's first and second pack. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're pretty excited because this is a pretty cool deck. And so I'll talk about monsters, you go over the magics. And so first off, we have the heroes in this deck, you guys. It's very cool. And our initial idea when doing this deck profile here is we wanted to combine these cards because before Jaden was having some issues with consistency. And
it was quite a bit.
Even now, I feel like we'll have some issues with that, but just not as much.
It's a little more consistent.
Well, it's definitely way more consistent, and it's much better. But it's just like when you draw like 4 normal monsters, you kind of like.
Or if you draw 4 or 5 spells.
Yeah, the cards kind of are very much depend on each other. So you got to believe in the heart of the cards.
You do. You definitely do.
And so to start off, we have Elements of Hero Blade Edge. We wanted to play 2 of these.
Really did, but he's
big. He gets stuck.
Very easily in your hand.
We really thought if we were gonna do this a different deck profile. We want to play Neos, but we were probably thinking take out Neos, put in another Blade Edge.
Yeah, that's definitely what we would do there. But he's huge, 2600 attack.
And he has piercing.
With piercing.
Piercing is great in boost box battles, no matter how you think about it. So next we have Avian, who is a feather striker.
Yep.
And
2 of him.
You only want to play 1 of this guy, but you kind of need to play 2 because you had 3 fusions for him?
I think just the 1 actually, Flame Wingman.
So you Flame Wingman and then you had the Wild Wingman.
Oh yeah, Wild Wingman and
so we'll show off the fusions as we kind of go through.
So there's 1 and there's 2.
Okay, so there's 2 Avian fusions so far.
Yep.
You want to show the 2...
The Blade Edge fusion?
Is there just 1 Blade Edge fusion?
Yeah, just Wild Edge.
Okay.
Yeah, Wild Heart has the other fusion.
Okay. And then Sparkman and his fusion, you guys remember that. First of all, Sparkman 1600. If we're going to play 3, we always usually want to do Sparkman, but this time probably should play 3 Wild Hearts.
Wild Heart's pretty good.
Yeah, but
so there's
but we got to be careful because we need these cards here because if you don't have the cards, enough of the monsters, you're not going to be able to fusion. Yeah. And all of a sudden, if you draw a bunch of Wild Hearts, you're like,
I need that Sparkman because I have Polyan and Clayman.
Yeah, and the Burstinatrix, that's Flame Wingman and.
Also the Rampart Blaster.
Rampart Blaster.
Over there.
So if you're in a defensive mode, which usually this deck's more of an aggressive deck. It's more like get your fusions out, beat down the Cyber Dragons before they even are able to...
Before they fuse
into bigger Cyber Dragons. And so that's that. And then Wild Heart is what went over before.
By traps.
And his 2 fusions are Wild Edge and Wingman.
So Wild Edge has been the target for future fusion in most of the mock duels and everything. So
it gets the bigger fusions to the grave, and he can attack all monsters once.
Yes.
So that helps clear the field.
Wild Heart is really good at 2. We thought about 3, but decided to go with 2.
We did 2 Bubblemans. 2 of these guys because does he have 2 fusions or just 1?
He has just 1.
Okay. We did 2 of this guy though for its special summon because Skyscraper can pump it up.
Yep.
But if anything, we're kind of thinking of moving Bubbleman to 1 and pumping one of the others to 3. And then Card Trooper, because this is the ultra rare of the
Card Trooper's awesome.
Of the pack. And it works well because we got 2 Miracle Fusions in there now.
We do. We have Miracle Fusion and then an Oversoul as well.
Yeah, so that works with Card Trooper. And it's one of Jaden's cards.
Yep.
And then for the Neospatians, we just did 2 Scarab and 1 Neos.
For the Flare Scarab Neos
guy. Even if we were going to do like a Duel Links thing and start the game with like Neospace on the field,
the Neospatians weren't very good.
You can't even get them out still.
You can't get Neos out on the field.
Even like going what's the one card? Fake Hero.
Fake Hero, and then there was
another
one, Hero Flash was the other way to get him out.
Well, Hero Flash is too crazy.
Yeah, Hero Flash was just insane.
But a Hero Lives and
Fake Hero.
And just that's already a card to get him out. Then you got to get him out, and you have to have Scarab at the same time. And then you get this guy that really only just is big. And so it's kind of like you can't use all of this.
Well, and at that, he's not even bigger than Neos.
That's true, but he has
a little bit of
400 for all the cards. But at the same time, it's still like you want to be able to get more from using 3 cards or 4 cards or whatever.
Definitely.
So,
and you do for most of the others. Like if you get some of these other fusions out, they all have.
But it's pretty clutch with Oversoul and some other stuff. So we kept it in there for that, and but yeah, still fun. One of the fun cards.
If it happens, it's cool, but it's not what the deck tries.
Yeah, it's not like the main point of the deck for sure. But yeah, and then the effects of these guys, just to go over them real quick for the heroes that we have here. Like we were just talking about Flare Neo, so he gets 400 for each magic trap you're using yours and your opponent's.
Yep, all of them on the field.
And so this is pretty good against the Cyber Dragon deck because Future Fusion's usually out, some other stuff's usually
out. And then if we were playing Neo Space that was out, he would gain a little bit from that.
Yeah.
So
Rampart Blasters, the attack directly,
if she's
half the attack. And then Wild Wingman, this one's pretty good against.
He's awesome
against the Cyber Dragon.
Discard to pop one of the back row.
Yeah, and you can do as many times as you want during the turn. So you can discard multiple cards.
Little feather shot.
And Wingman, everybody knows Wingman, gain or deal damage equal to the original attack. And then Wild Edge, we just talked about.
Wild Edge attacks every monster.
And then Thunder Giant, discard a card, destroy a monster that has less attack than him.
Yep, so under 2,400. And then, which is pretty good.
The Medic Bot, which is the same as Wingman, but for healing.
In reverse, yeah.
Yeah, not dealing damage.
Yep.
All right, you want to go over the magics? We'll leave these. We'll leave these out here.
Okay, cool. Let's get these guys out of the way. Magic's next. So we start off with 3 E-calls. Right there. That's kind of an obvious thing if you're playing hero deck, right?
Yeah.
And then we have 2
R's. E-emergency call is. E-emergency call is. It's one of the best searcher cards in the game, and every hero deck has really played it. And it can actually just it's not limited like most cards are, where it comes like stars, and so that makes it really good because you actually go search out Blade Edge and whatnot.
Yep. And then, or you can grab the Neos if you really need the Neos. And our Righteous Justice. Yep. And then Oversoul. Oh, Righteous Justice. Pop a back row for every face-up E-hero that I have, which is honestly really awesome, especially if he has those. He's actually out. In the practice rounds. You obliterated me with that card a couple times. I would have like 3 heroes out, and then I would just go boom, 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 and then 2 or 3. 2 or 3, it's already plus. So yeah good card. That's great. Love that card. And then Oversoul. We want to play. We want to play more of those, but it kept getting stuck in his hand. So. It did. You just have to have a target for it, and if I'm not drawing enough monsters, then or if he's already used Miracle Fusion, something like that. So. Then I have Terraforming with 2 Skyscrapers as the target. Like we said, we decided to go not with Neospace, went with Skyscraper instead for the pump there. And then for the fusion cards, I have Fusion Sage. We have 2 Miracle Fusions. Broken card. Broken from the grave. Card. And then 2 Polymerizations. So a lot of fusing going on in this deck. It is an E-Hero deck. Like you just have to fuse a lot. And you're not done yet with the fusions. Yep, 2 Future Fusions. So and he felt like he had to throw those in because Future Fusion was kind of obliterating him on Cyber Dragon End. So it really was. I wanted my own Future Fusions. So we had to put those in. They go really well with Skyscrapers. They go really well in general when you have fusion cards. Then we have 2 hero. Oh, we are keeping the old rules for Future Fusion. So turn 2, second standby phase, you'll get your monster out. Yeah, which is pretty awesome. Turn 1, right when you use it, you will pitch the monsters. Use it, you pitch them. So I could. Turn 1, go Future Fusion, Miracle Fusion, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Get 2 Wild Edges out, have a Blade Edge GG for my Oversoul target. Just, what? Yeah. And then Warrior Returning Alive to go with the Hero Lives. So Hero Lives, pay half my life, grab anybody from my deck. 4 stars. 4 stars. And then Warrior Returning Alive. Bring it back from the grave. Bring it back from the grave. And just simple trap lineup. Yeah, nice and easy over there. I threw a Call the Haunted in because I had Call the Haunted. And then Call the Haunted. And negate attack and draining shield from Jaden 1. You guys use that. You know the power of those. So. Oh yeah. These protect the E-heroes for just another turn or 2, so I can get that poly or Future Fusion or whatever it is. But yeah, pretty powerful cards overall. A lot of fun to play with. Mock duel wise, I think we did about 5-10 duels. We did quite a few, yeah. Alex won a little less than half. It's just, but he was getting a lot of bad draws once again. I don't know. I don't think he believes in harder cards as much as I do, and I think that's what really it comes down to at the end of the day for these duels, because your draws are so much more important, and which is also why we're adding a new rule for this. Ooh, we did. We're changing a rule that we previously changed, and we're making the dice roll even more important. So the dice roll is actually a battle in and of itself because we got to try really hard. We get that 6th card. So classic. You now draw first. You now draw a card when you go first. So we're changing back to the classic rules for that. So we're excited for that. And stay tuned for the next deck profile, which will be Zane. Yep. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. Give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Be sure to comment on the video what you think of this Jaden Yuki Heroes E-Hero Neo sort of deck. Fusion. And if you haven't already, Fusion High. If you haven't already, subscribe to YuGiOh every day because there's content every day that's Yu-Gi-Oh related. Like it's YuGiOh every day. And Zane's deck profile is coming up soon. That's Cyber Dragon.
Yeah. It might not even be a day. It might even be
same day.
Same day.
YuGiOh twice a day.
YuGiOh more than once a day. Yeah.
More than once a day. And this is Simply Alex.
Simply Unlucky.
Signing out.